Hey y'all, this lamb is something, it is not yours, girl. This lamb is something that I got from my mom when she very first went into the hospital, and she never turned loose of it. They even let her take it to radiation with her, and right up to the very last, she had it with her. It is not yours, Sandy. Stop, Lord. And so yeah, I brought it home today. My mom passed Tuesday morning. If you watched my previous video, then you know what happened and how she passed. I don't want to talk about that again. This little thing brought her a lot of joy. She would mess with the nurses behind their backs and be like, and she played with one of my daycare kids through the video camera with it. I think that might have been like the day before she passed. And I had ordered her one of the giraffes to track, and from Follow, girl, no, from Follow, FALO, and I did, the night before she passed, I did get to show her that her bracelet came in, and showed her her giraffe, whose name is Amina, and it means feel safe. I took as much time off as I felt like I could to spend time with her in her last 3 weeks of life. I'm kind of mad that I didn't take more. But, you know, we had to meet with the funeral people today, and my one regret is that I was not able to get her body donated. She very much wanted to be donated so that people could learn from her. My mom was a walking miracle. They're stupid for turning her down. She wasn't supposed to live past the age of 16. She was born with something sticking into her heart. She wasn't supposed to have kids. She had 2 aneurysms that didn't kill her. One of them got clipped off, and she lived the rest of her life with the other one. She's had brain surgery. She just had knee surgery not too long ago, and she was looking forward to getting the other one done. She literally spent the last year of her life between the knee surgery and the cancer just in pain. I'm probably going to do a whole video by itself on the disappointment and the letdown that I feel from the hospice care, or lack thereof, that she got, and that we as a family got. And because of them, my mom went out suffering terribly in a way that no one should, and my sister had to see it, and my brother-in-law. No one should have to go out. She said it was something like a horror movie, because she didn't get the drugs that she was supposed to have ready for those last moments. But even in those last moments of struggling to breathe and drowning in her own fluid, She told my sister, don't bring me back. She didn't want to come back. She's been ready to go ever since this started. But 3 weeks from the time you find out you're sick till you're gone, how does that happen? And even though deep inside I knew it was coming, I prayed for more time to love her. I want to personally thank Thacker Funeral Home, Thacker Brothers Funeral Home. They have been real good to us and real helpful. Y'all, dying is a messy business. And with each parent that we've had die, I've learned something new. My stepdad passed away of cancer, and now my mom has passed away of cancer. Daddy passed away in 2005. I believe it had something to do with his heart, but he went so quick, like so fast. And my stepdad was in the hospital for 4 days, but I know he suffered much longer than that. He just never said anything. Now, I donated his body per my mother's wishes, and it was no problem at all. But let me tell you guys something. If you weigh more than 200 pounds, you're not going to be accepted. And the only reason my mother was over the weight limit is because in her last weeks, her cancer mass was pressing against her colon, and so she was literally backed up, and had gained 35 pounds in 2 weeks' time because of it. And that put her over the weight limit. And so, not the Anatomical Society, not the National Donation Registry, neither would take her because of it. You cannot have a body mass of more than 28%, or they won't take you. Keep that in mind if you're planning to be a donor. But I wasn't able to grant her wishes for that, and I don't think I'm ever going to forgive myself for that. So we just had to go with the next option. But I'm always going to feel in some way that I let her down. And you guys need to know something about those donation places. Just do your research. I promised I wouldn't say anything, so just do your research on them. Make sure you know. Make sure you and your loved ones understand what they're doing. So I'm kind of, in a way, glad that didn't work out. Sort of. I mean, it was her wish, but I'm kind of glad it didn't work out that way. And then there's the whole, there's so much to be done. I got to tell you, you've got to plan and prepare, and you've got to. That's something my mom actually always said, plan and prepare. And the time to do that is now, is when you're young. Get it out the way. We have a memorial service for her next Saturday. A visitation just for the people that want to come by the night before, the day before. that maybe can't make the memorial, or just want to come and, sit down and talk to us about my mom, tell us things maybe we don't know. The last, well, not the last chat, but when I went to see her, like before she went in the hospital, we chatted that entire Saturday, and she told me it meant so much to her for me to be sitting there talking to her. Sadly, she didn't think I cared. And I made sure that she knew that I did. She definitely knew. But she told me, she's like, look through the drawers and open this mirror and look through everything. And she's like, I want you to know everything about me. And I'm like, I'm not so sure I want to do that, I don't want to go through your stuff and all. But she wanted me to. My relationship with my mom has not always been a good one, if you have seen any of my earlier videos. I'm not going to pretend that she was this perfect woman now that she's gone, because she wasn't, but none of us are. What finally helped me to, thank God I came to this before she even went to the hospital. But I did get to spend one really good day with her and my sister before everything started going downhill. So I was able to, what finally helped me to let go of the past and to forgive and all of that. And when I did this, it just melted. It all melted. And it was when I realized, well, who am I to be up on a high horse judging my mother for decisions that she made at a time when she was just trying to be happy, didn't know any better, very young. She had me at 16 years old. Never had a life or adventures before my dad. Before Daddy. And so who was I to judge her for all of that? I'm not perfect. I've made bad decisions, and things like that, and things that I felt I needed to do at the time, in the moment. And then it was at that point when I was able to see her the way God sees her. And then everything just literally melted, just like in the Christmas cartoon with the snowman guy who turned the ice whatever wizard, and he just melts. It was just like that. I mean, that moment was exactly like that. I felt it leave my body. I felt it leave my heart and my mind. And I'm so grateful that it did. And the only advice I can give you, if you're holding some grudge from something that happened with your parents or a sibling or whatever from whenever, stop. Because who are you to judge them? You're not in their situation. You weren't in their situation. You're not perfect. I'm going to miss my mom a lot, but I know that her last breath here, as hard as it was her first breath in heaven with Jesus Christ. I know this. I had discussions with her. Are you saved? She said, yes, I know Jesus Christ died on the cross for me. And she had pictures of Jesus in her house, and she let me and my niece actually lay hands on her. What I am struggling with, though, is why he let her go like that. I'm not going to lie. I'm having a very hard time with it. Her last weeks of life were just awful. And then I find out from her Meals on Wheels guide that she was in agony much longer than that. And then your last moments to be so awful. Hospice seriously let us down, and I do plan to do a video strictly talking about that. I'm gonna miss Mommy. I'm gonna miss... See, I didn't get to see her every day, but I talked to her almost every day through, video calls or Messenger. And she loved to watch the map to see, follow me there or follow me home. And I got used to those morning, afternoon, and evening video calls. It's going to be hard, but for a while. But what I have learned from losing Daddy and my stepdad, it will also get easier. It will also get easier. It'd be weird without her. But it's going to get easier. Harder for my sister, I imagine, because she literally saw her just about every day, and she's got a lot more recent memories with my mom than I do. Because she lived down the street from her, and took her to her doctor's appointments and things like that. Guys, don't resent your parents. Don't have the regret of, God, I really don't want to spend time with them today. Because I'm telling you what, the day's going to come when you can't spend time with them. You're going to wish you could. So, I'm actually going to work tomorrow. And get, gonna keep working, and I'll go up. Maybe not every weekend, just my car needs a break, and I need a break. My car needs some major stuff done now. I need the air conditioner fixed. I need the headliner replaced. I probably need new tires by now. And I need an oil change. On top of that, I have bills to split with my sister. Because we'll be taking care of that and the house. And it's a lot. It is a lot. But we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. And I know from my past experience, the first year is the hardest. It's going to be the hardest. We're going to get through it. And my mom, I'll tell you what, guys, there has been evidence. There's so much evidence that she loved us much more than we thought she did. I'm going to get off of here and make sure I eat. I'm starting to get a headache. I drove home and my car was almost 100 degrees the whole way. It was an hour and a half. So I'm not feeling very well right now. So this is Marshmallow, by the way. It's I can't read right now. She found the name of it. Marshmallow Jr. So my mom would... Bye. Bye-bye. Oh, before I go, I wanted to thank everyone who's been supporting me and praying, and for my family, and just from all of us to you. Thank you so much. Keep those prayers of strength and comfort coming. We need them. We still need them. And thank you for the very kind messages on my Facebook and here on YouTube, and text messages and all that stuff. If I haven't responded to you, I'm doing so now. Thank you. It means a lot. It's very unsettling when your mom dies, and I didn't realize how unsettling it would be, but it is. That makes me next in line. I am officially the oldest in our family. And I hope I can live up to that. God bless, guys. Thank you so much for following me through this journey. And I have been reading your stories. Please continue to post them and send them to me. Thanks.